Hi everybody, it's Sally from Sally Stampers. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm bringing you a variation on the pyramid box that I made last time. This time I'm bringing you my pyramid top box. So obviously, as you can see, it has the basic pyramid box here, and then I've added an extra bit here just so that you've got a cute little box that if you wanted to add some better chocolates in, or some bigger chocolates, then you can add them to the box. So I'm going to show you how to make it, and it is the same principle as the previous pyramid box, obviously just a bit more. So you need a piece of DSP that measures 6 by 9, and then we need to just score with the 9 inches across the top at 2, 4, 6 and 8 inches. Rotate and score again at 2 and 4. Now bring it back to where you were and just add a little mark at 1, 3, 5 and 7. Don't worry about writing all of these measurements down because they are going to be on my blog, which you can click on the link below and that will take you straight to. So at least you'll be able to write your measurements down or read through how to do it anyway. So once you've got your basic DSP or cardstock looking like this, you've got your little marks up in these top corners, hoping you can see. There you go. And what we need to do is we need to join this corner up to that point and then this corner to that point. So let me show you. So you need your ruler, you need a wad of paper, magazines or something like that, and we score from the point up to that mark. And we do that all the way along from the corner to the mark on all 4 of our squares. And this is why you need a wad of paper underneath, because it just helps that scoring. And then on this last piece here, this skinny piece, we go from the corner to the top corner of the card. So grab your bone folder now and we can fold and burnish our score lines. So we've done the 2 horizontal lines and now we'll do the vertical lines. Just making sure that this stays straight while I did it, because it does have a tendency to move. Okay, so we've done that bit. Now what I want to do is grab a pencil and a ruler again, and on your tops where your triangles are, we need to measure 1 centimetre down on the line. So literally just doing a small mark, just 1 centimetre down on all of the pieces. I need to do this end piece as well, just like that. And then we get our scissors and we're going to go from the tip of the triangle to that mark, that pencil mark, just like that. So from the tip to the pencil mark. Now when I did my pyramid boxes, I said that it didn't matter how far you cut across because we were cutting out that corner. As you can see, we're not doing that here, so your cut has to be slightly more precise, slightly more tidier, because it just needs to meet up to that point and not cut any further. So you should now have a box that looks like this. So what I'm going to do now is fold over these score bits that we did for our triangle, and I'm going to fold them and burnish them because they do need to be reinforced. And this is also when you'll find whether or not your scoring was good enough. And make sure you crease right down as far as you can to that corner. And just go all the way along, just giving your triangle folds and burnishing. Trust me, the burnishing is important to get a neat finish. I didn't actually burnish this one, and so it doesn't actually look, or I don't think it looks as neat as it could. But when I did, because I actually made this one first and then did the pyramid box, which seems a bit back to front, I know, but that's me. And so I made this one and then I did my pyramid one, and then I realised that to burnish this actually gives it a neater effect at the end. So those are all my triangles burnished now. So you should have something that looks like this. You then need to grab your scissors and cut our bottom panels. Now, as you can see, with the bottom panels, it's just the opposite side to your triangles. And you work all the way along, just cutting your squares, and then we cut away this end piece here. So what we need to do now is add some tear and tape to our bottom panels, and then we need to add some fuse to this. Now I'm going to add some fuse to this because that gives me a better idea of which panels I need to put adhesive on. So I'm just going to line this up best I can, just to make sure that adhesive sticks. And so the join here is the back of my box, so this is my top flap that's going to go down last. So I'm going to fold that back out of the way, so I now know that I need a bit of adhesive on these two side panels. So just lie it flat for a second, and I'm literally just going to cut a couple of pieces to put on the sides, and then fold it over this way and do the same there. Where's it gone? So again, just add in, it just helps to keep your your bottom adhered. Ooh, that was a close one, just about the right length, that one. So don't worry about these two bits because these will be done with fuse, but you simply need, where's my pokey tool? So you just need to now take the backing off here, and again on this side, and I'm still remembering that this is my top, but if you do forget and you think, oh no, I've twisted this around far too many times, before you adhere it, check for that seam, put it to the back, lift your front piece up. That's how you remember. So I'm going to put this one side piece in here, and then this one's coming over the top. Now, I don't know if you saw then, if you wiggle it, it goes out of shape. So just try and make sure that when you come to put your sides together, that you keep that box shape. So that's that one done. That's the back. So this is the front that goes down last, and this is just going to have some fuse on it, because obviously I can lean on the pad here, and then just simply pop, oops, your base down. And I've done it again, there's the join. So just get your bone folder in there, give it a good press, and then obviously you can now start to see how your top takes shape. So where you've got this V shape, that tucks in and the points come out. So push those bits in. It will go eventually, and then you can push it all together. And now you can see why those burnishings were important, because when you come to do this, if they're not properly burnished, you'll have big gaping holes, which is what's happened to this one. And I think the reason this one's like it is, it's because it's a double thickness, because it's got the join there. But you can just get enough space in there to give it another crease if you feel you need to. So there's my box. So now I need to add some ribbon. So here's my handheld 1/8 of an inch circle punch, and now this time I'm going either side of the triangle. So it will be 2 on each side of your box. And I'm hopeless at this, but do try and keep them to a degree level and in the right place. You can always mark them if you're not sure. My good old trusty darning needle and my silver ribbon. So pop my ribbon in, and do you see what I mean about how easy it is? That just fits perfectly in there. And then what I want to do is just make sure that this starts and ends the right place. So I want it to come out of here. So I'm just simply now going to thread it through the holes that I made. So I'm basically going behind the triangles. If you don't want it twisted, I suggest you check it as you're going along, because it will be a nightmare to do when they're all threaded otherwise. So in and behind my triangle. Have we twisted? No, good. And then in and through this one. And then I just want to get this ribbon the correct way because it's twisted. There we go. And so I'm going to see how many of these Raffaellos, that's the ones I was thinking of last time, and I think I can get, let's go for 3. Yes, I think we may just get 3 in here. And then, like I said, you just push, oh yes, 3. Just push them in and pull your ribbon. Again, it's staying tight, and then you just obviously tie your bow. Now this one may gape a little because you have the knot of the bow, which is frustrating, but there's not a great deal we can do about that because we need to have the knot. And then just simply tie your bow. And this is going to be another one of those where you sit and play with your bow for ages, trying to make them look pretty. And I'm not going to play for too long, because you get the idea. Right, let's trim those tails off. And now I simply need to decorate it. So you can either leave them like that, which I think actually is quite pretty in itself, or you can add some decoration. I simply use the heat embossing on this one. So I've got my everyday label punch, got my gold embossing powder, and I have actually got some jazzy glimmer for this one. So let's punch a jazzy glimmer out for that one. And I've got some Whisper White here. So embossing buddy to get rid of any static and grease. I'm going to stick with Just For You because it is one of my favourites. And then I'm just simply going to get some good old Versamark and stamp it on. Give that a quick clean. Gold embossing powder. Now I knew that would happen. I always end up flicking this stuff everywhere. Doesn't matter how careful I am, I always get it everywhere. So it's my gold embossing. Grab my heat gun, which seems to be behaving at the moment, which is a bonus. I don't know why it's decided not to play tunes and be good, but I'm not complaining. And then we just simply need to heat this lovely gold heat embossing up. There we go. Actually, I can show you something that I did earlier, and you will be able to see the small error and the little tip that I learnt for myself by making this mistake. Let me just have a quick root in my bin and see if I can find it quickly. When I did the first heat embossing, oh come on, where have you gone? No, can't find it. When I did the first heat embossing, what I actually did was put it into my punch far too soon. Oh, I found it. I put it into my punch far too soon, and it was still wet and still hot, and it just dragged across the embossing. So word of warning, give it a minute before you punch it and make sure it's dry. So top tip of the day. So I'm just going to pop that in there, give it a little punch. I love my punches, they're just such brilliant tools, aren't they? So quick and easy to use. And I'm just going to do the same again, so I'm just going to, I think I'm going to add these flat actually. Where's the front? That's the back, right, this is the front. So I'm just going to use some fuse because it sticks better to the glitter, because obviously it's rough and doesn't have such a great surface area because of the glitter and because it's rough. So I'm sticking that on there, and then just a bit of fuse on the back and stick that on there. And then if you want to add a bow, or you know, obviously I've added a little bow to this one. If you wanted to add something extra to this one, you can. I've just realised I've used silver and I should have used gold. Never mind, I'll change it for my photographs. But there is my cute little pyramid boxes, perfect for putting treats in for Christmas. And as you see, I got 3 of these beauties inside. Well worth the make, I think, and they'd look great on a Christmas table. Hope you've enjoyed my projects, guys. Like I said, all the information will be on my blog, and the links for everything is below as well. Hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!